Okay, peace to the Messiahs. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221s. I love you. You love me. Me is we, of course. Peace to everybody that's going to come in the building. I love y'all. State your name. Put it in the comment section if you are relevant. Peace to Sister Asia. I see you coming in. Allow me to do some invites and some shares, and we'll get the party started. Peace to Sister Anna. I see the Queen coming in. Looking lovely. Looking lovely. I appreciate it. Give me some time to share the video. Can you share the video, please? Shout out to Kira. The goddess. Goddess. In his house. Picking 1111111. I like that. When I I always give a prayer reference before I do readings, but when somebody picks the number 111111, well, that number, like 4 1s, I think of 141 of togetherness. All right. Anytime I see the number like 4 1s like that, I see togetherness. It represents one for oneness, like the ones that are for the oneness. Like it's 4 1s. Yeah, those 4 1s are one. Those 4 1s are one. That's what I think about when I see numbers like that. All right. Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Allow me to do some invites and some shares. If you can you share the video as well? I appreciate that. I'm gonna talk about a couple things, how I feel. All right. The meaning, the title of this video. You can put something in the comment section if you knew or whatever. If y'all can hear me, make sure y'all can hear me. Everything is clear, yo. Make sure I don't sound like I'm in a wind tunnel. If I sound like I'm in a wind tunnel, let me know. I'll adjust the microphone or adjust the audio levels. Thank you, Sister Asia Woods, for the share. Can I get another share, yo? Please, can I get a lookout for the cookout? All right. I do want to have a great discussion. I have a PowerPoint here and I have various different slides I want to show. And I want to I would say pull something from my book, which is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right. I will definitely bring up that. This right here is the beginner's manual. I will be bringing up some stuff from here as well. All right. And some other books that I have written, I will like elaborate on. All right. So that's just something I wanted y'all to know. I love y'all. I really appreciate everybody supporting y'all. For real. I know it's weird. Timing is crazy. Everybody got something to do that seems like more important than connecting up with this message. All right. But it's all good. Understand that the word time itself comes from the word tiempo, and tempo and time they're really synonymous words. Just wanted to tell y'all that. All right. So I'm almost done the shares and invites, and I'll be ready to get the party started. All right. I definitely appreciate everyone. This is a movement. Just know that. Okay. The first principle that we embrace, that we embody, is oneness. All right. And that's called harukment. Harukment. And harukment would be considered movement. All right. It would be considered movement. We move together. All right. We move together in one beat, which resembles the heart. All right. The heart has a rhythm of life that we're all connected with in some form of fashion. And some of us move with each other's rhythm like a dance of sort. Okay. Just letting y'all know. All right. So I'm almost done the invites and the shares. and I'm ready to have a great discussion about these numbers and just about life in general, man. And hopefully, somebody, if y'all watched the last video that I did yesterday, last night I did Woundu. I'm gonna start doing Woundu more on the videos. I want to just probably just like I'll just start in the morning time. I'm just start doing Woundu. So if you're interested in working out, having a good meditational, um, which it's called psychic self defense. That's the only way I can explain what Woundu is. Woundu is a psychic self defense. It literally protects you from all adverse forces that are around you. All right, so that's something that is needed. That is something that is needed. All right, just protection, as well as making a connection with these adverse forces, or these forces of love as well. These adverse forces, we actually conquered them and we prevail. Just letting y'all know. All right. So yeah, thank you for everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for everybody on the Facebook. I really appreciate y'all time. All right. So yeah, today's date in the codex. We're gonna start from today's date in the codex, and we're gonna build out. But even more importantly, it's like I said, when people pick numbers like this number right here, like I said, I think about togetherness. I think about the ones that are for the oneness, literally. All right. I think about the ones that are for the oneness. I think about those that are lost but now found. All right. It's various different things I can connect with that number 11. Also, it represents two kingdoms, which is the man's kingdom and the woman's kingdom, or queendom, if you want to call it that. All right. So, what I want to share with y'all is the first thing that we're going to connect up with is this. All right. Do y'all know the days of the week? All right, or what today's day is? Today's primary focus is. If you don't, I'm going to put it in the comment section for everyone. Now, this is a way to anchor reality. Literally, you can believe whatever you want to believe. It doesn't matter what religion, spirituality you connect with, but it's how you anchor reality. Is literally this. It gives you a certain sense of serenity, and it also helps you navigate throughout any circumstance. All right. So what I put on here is the 7 days. Now the universe was created in seven periodical moments, and these seven periodical moments are actually components of a certain mechanism of reality. All right. So for instance, today is Thursday. Today is Afoy. Today is the day of rhythm. All right. So I'll put something in. I'll put something from the 141 in here, and we'll talk about far as rhythm. Now you got to think about rhythm compensates itself. Rhythm doesn't flow the same way all the time. Sometimes rhythm is fast, sometimes rhythm is slow. The beat. All right. In the circumstances and situations that we go through, we got to learn how to learn the rhythm of it in order to literally make things run smooth, whether it's a fast rhythm or a slow rhythm. All right. And even a cycle of life. Everything has a form of a cycle. All right. So that's what rhythm is all about. Okay. Let me put today's date in a codex in here so everybody would have it. All right. Today's let me see. I got y'all. Here it is. All right. Today's date is 13/24/15. All right, in this cycle of time that we moving in. Okay. Now we were given a Gregorian calendar. All right. But in actuality, when we came into the new age of what we call information, we tapped into a new calendar. And this new calendar dealt with a cycle of seven. All right. It brought us back literally to the seven. We have 14 months and 392 days in a calendar. All right. Which is divisible evenly by sevens. It can be divisible by seven evenly. All right. All the way back to the seven, which is a prime number. All right. But that, like, again, that's, pardon me for the noise, y'all. Like, again, that seven is a very important and prominent number when it comes to revelation. I always tell people, when you pick the seven, when you think you at your lowest point, you actually at your highest point. All right. So thank you. So we are now in the 13th month. All right. And I've been sharing that with y'all. What is mastery to, like, you know, if we're working on the rhythm of mastery. So today is Afui, which is rhythm. You call it Thursday. All right. So we work on the rhythm of mastery. All right. And also, the 13 stands for the mother, or what we consider to be the Messiah, or any word that has a positive affirmation. We deal with positive affirmations and not negative connotations. All right. Put this, bang. Here you go. So, what is a master? You go into the codex. A master is what? A master is the creator, originator, adept student who reaches the highest point of a particular subject matter, where he or she must then innovate the craft. You hear that? Innovate the craft, meaning that you add to it, you bring something to the table. Like, let's say if you learn something from the codex, you learn something from any spiritual teacher that preceded learning the Messiah code. What you do is you innovate the craft. All right. You don't change it. You don't add it to it. You don't add or take away. You just fulfill. But you innovate. It deals with a sense of innovation, because these things constantly advance their self. Just letting you know, they constantly advance. Like, it's always an advancement. People, we're getting better. We're getting better and better and better and better and better and better as we go along and move through this mainframe of what we call consciousness. All right. But the master is the letter M. Now, the letter M comes from what? Where does that letter M come from? And why would it be connected to the master? We're going to do this. Um, the owl and the letter M. We're going to do this, yo. I'm going to show y'all something, like, why the letter M as the 13th letter. I'm going to tell y'all why the letter M. And why the letter M for mother, as the mother or the matriarch. All right, because the letter M is connected with the owl, which is the hieroglyphic image you see, which is an ideograph in actuality. And these are articles. You see the letter. I don't know. I can go keep on going to it. If these people are selling something, let me see. I can go to various different articles and show you, or even in the hieroglyphics itself, that that the owl, the letter M actually comes from the owl. All right. My fault, yeah. Yeah, it's the letter M. See if I can show images of this real quick. I got y'all. But why the letter M for master? Because it's the nocturnal bird. It's the bird that sees through the darkness of disparity. Let me see. Let me see. The letter M. My fault, y'all. The letter M comes from the owl of Egypt. Oh my God. The letter M comes from the owl hieroglyphic image. Come on, y'all. Bang, bang, bang. Let me see. There it is. All right, so people that read the Meta Nature, Let's see if we can tap into that. What do you see? You see, where's the owl at? It has the letter M. It has the M sound. You see that? I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but you say I'm crazy. But all right, cool. Thank you. Shout out to Sister LaUnc in the YouTube. I see you. Peace, Queen. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube, everybody in the Facebook. I love y'all. All right, look, check this out. But what do you see right there? You see the letter M as an owl, as the owl. Why the owl? All right. So, I broke this down before, and our sacred, this is the month of seeing through the darkness of disparity, yo. It's like this is the month of clarity. You got to have light inside you, literally. I'm trying to tell you. Like, this world is so dark. You got to have the light that's inside you to shine through it. You hear me? So you need to be that nocturnal bird or the master or the mother of creation, the matriarch, which all life comes from. All right. But again, just breaking down the meaning of this word, yeah, this is supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics. All right. It says this: the master is the creator, the originator, or adept student who reaches the highest point of a particular subject matter where he or she must then innovate the craft. What happens to when you get to the highest point of anything that's taught by anyone? You must then innovate the craft and add to it, bring something to the table. All right. So essentially, that's what the Messiah is about. So, you say, let me look up this word Messiah real quick. Meaning of Messiah. Right. What's this say? We're going to do this right here. Now, I don't really generally I generally don't always apply to their meanings because we can create our own definitions. That's why we got the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics. Essentially, those are an acronym of words, but that's just the beginning. You don't just have to use master, mother, matriarch. You can use any word that has a positive affirmation. That's why you become the adept student who reaches the highest point of a particular subject matter where you innovate the craft, literally. Reinvent it, make it better, update it. All right. So, yeah, let's do this. It says this: a Messiah is they threw the first meaning is the promised deliverer of a Jewish nation prophesied in the Hebrew Bible. Now this blows my mind. This sounds so false. It sounds so false. Like a prophesied deliverer of a Jewish nation. This sounds fabricated. All right, let's go to the second meaning of this. All right. So they got to be prescribed to a Jew. Nah, that doesn't make sense. All right. It says this, the latter meaning of it, the second meaning, it says a leader or savior of a particular group or cause. Now, question: can women lead? Yes, women can lead. Can men lead? Yes, men can lead. All right. All in all, we're both here to set the course for the right direction. Like, for instance, if you ask me, this is a hot question. This is a hot topic right here. You say, yo, man. Shout out to my 1221s. You already know what it is. Yo, you asked me, can a woman lead, yo? I got a simple question, yo. I got a simple answer for that. If you ask me, can a woman lead? Like, in a sense, if we going into some form of direction, whether it's with the family or we're going in some form of direction with the people, essentially, you need someone to navigate and you need someone to drive. Now, those positions are interchangeable, whether somebody's navigating or somebody's driving. This is like those positions are interchangeable. So, can a woman lead? Just think about that for a second. Yeah, all right. We can have someone lead us, whether it be male or female, lead us in a certain sort of situation, right? But if they are leading us in a situation, this is my question. Does that not make them a Messiah type genealogy? All right. So I wanted to connect that up, and I wanted to say that we need also people need to understand that in order to be great leaders, you must be a great follower. Because in order to teach people how to follow you, you must have followed someone else diligently. All right. So that's very relevant to the subject matter. All right. So going back to the navigation and going back to the driving situation. All right. Again, somebody needs the map and somebody needs to drive the engine. Somebody needs to drive the car. If you staring at both and you working at both, it's harder to get to the destination. If you trying to do both as a man or a woman, it's harder to get to the destination. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So I want y'all to think about it like that. When they ask me, it's a funny question. Can a woman lead? That's corny. Like people are so in the pastime relics. Like, can we update something? Can we update something? Is our life that we're living here, is are we not great? Are we not inventors of electricity and all type of rocket ships and stuff like that? And I understand that we look back on old cultures and stuff like that in antiquity to find ourselves essentially, but in some form of fashion, we got to find ourselves in the noun as well. We got to define our moment. We got to define ourselves within this moment to be prominent throughout generations. Y'all hear me? So, shout out to Kaba Nafir. I see you in here, Sister Kaba Nafir. Word up. I got a lot of stuff for y'all. I wanted to share with y'all just like a couple things. Like I looked up a couple meanings real quick. Let me see if y'all get this. So I looked up the meaning of I looked up the meaning of what? Oh, here we go. I I know y'all see on my video free psychic readings, right? And people say, well, Lamel, they be like, yo, Lamel, why do you put free psychic readings? And you don't really do readings that much for people unless you really feeling them like that. All right. Now, and you cannot say I'm not a psychic. You can't. You can't tell me that. And you might do a coin toss test, and that you're not here to. That's ridiculous. That's not my power. All right. You know, if people, you don't know my power. That's the funny thing about it. But I'm gonna explain some stuff about this psychic situation, just to keep it real basic, yo. So, what is the meaning of psychic? Let me put it in the comments section. Let me put this right here. Bang. So, the meaning of psychic is relating to or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws, especially involving telepathy or clairvoyance. All right. So it says relating or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws. What is natural law? All right. And then it says the second meaning of it is psychic is relating to the soul or mind. So if I come on here, if I say free psychic readings, am I not relating? Like when I'm talking and we're having these good conversations that we're having, are they not related to the soul and the mind? Just me utilizing the second meaning of this, psychic. All right, relating to the soul or mind. And then another thing is that the first meaning is also applied as well, because it says relating or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws. All right, question: what is natural law? Natural law is a body of unchanging moral principles regarded as the basis for all human conduct. Okay, so that's natural law. We know that. That's very is natural law is. I gave y'all 7 principles of natural law, which is the mind, vibration, polarity, um, uh, um, um, cause and effect, gender. That's natural law. A body of unchanging moral principles regarded as the basis for all human conduct. All right, that's natural law. All right, another way to express natural law is an observable law relating to natural phenomena. An observable law relating to natural phenomena. So these are your various different sciences and chemistry and ge- uh, uh, geography. I mean, not my phone, not geography. Um, just various different sciences relating to how things are created into existence. Is various different sciences that do their best to explain these things. All right, so the psychic is relating to things that are beyond natural law, that is unexplicable by natural law. Some things you can't really explain, yo. I'm gonna keep it real, yo. Like some things you can't explain. For instance, some things is too hard to explain. Like if I ask somebody, for instance, thank you. I'm not doing no readings right now. If you want to listen to the conversation, that's cool. That's cool. I'm talking about something. All right. I really appreciate your time though coming in. But if you have a real true intentions, you'll listen to the conversation that I'm talking about. All right. But hear me out, y'all. Some things. Thank you for everybody in the YouTube. It's okay, Lonnie. You good? You cool? You cool? We on the YouTube and we on the Facebook. All right. I really appreciate you and everything. I appreciate your time. You worth something. Real talk. I really appreciate you. But I usually introduce myself before I even do readings for people, yo. What I'm doing is explaining what psychic is on here. Like I put in the comment section, I don't know when you came in or if whenever, I put in the comment section, I put in the comment section the meaning of psychic. All right. No, 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 no. I gotta put that. I'll put it again. Meaning of psychic. What I did was I put this in the comment section for everybody. I put it on the screen so everybody can see it, right? And I'm just talking about because I have on here free psychic readings. But psychic is relating to or denoting faculties or phenomena that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws. And then what I did was I brought up the word natural law, and then natural law is a body of unchanging moral principles regarded as the basis of human conduct. So it really doesn't. When we talking about psychic, it really doesn't apply to this right here. This first meaning, it actually applies to the second meaning when we're talking about psychic. All right, which is an observable law relating to natural phenomena. So it's telling you that it can be explained by the observable laws that or the observable observations that people utilize. All right, due to various means of sciences, different sciences, some things can't be explained by Science. All right. Even though science simply means to seek, but some things cannot be explained by science. All right. Let me say one thing, like the human expression, if you want to call it, I don't even want to say human, but the expression of love cannot be explained by science. It cannot be fabricated. Love cannot be duplicated. Real talk. In a way, somebody can enter your life, another person, but it's not the same love. No love is the same. No love, no feeling of love is the same. Explain that. Explain that. Explain why love feels different. Why you can love somebody this way and you can love somebody totally different, and it's a totally different feeling. All right? Or how you care for somebody. Explain that through a science. You're gonna tell me and what and mixing up with this, man, that's part of the psychic phenomenon. Love, all right? Love, just in general, the feeling of it. All right. What about determination? Um what explains determination? What truly explains somebody's determination? Their want and their craving, their feeling. I mean, people got different reasons why they do things, but what totally explains determination? What gives them fuels determination? All right, because some switches you can't cut on people. All right, real talk. You just can't cut them switches on. So some things have to you have to kind of bend the rules a little bit. I would say you utilize natural phenomena, but you got to learn how to be malleable in a certain sort of way. All right. And this is why I share with people. I'm like, what they're doing right now is giving us a choice of Nikes, Adidas, Feli, and whatever sneaker that you think is popular. All right. They giving us these choices, and that's namely religion. Why can't we just be spiritual? I'm gonna look up what's the meaning of spiritual real quick for y'all. Because let's just see what their meaning of spiritual is. Meaning of spiritual. What is the meaning of spiritual, y'all? Okay. All right. Um, this is scary. The second meaning of spiritual is scary, yo. But it says this. The first meaning of spiritual is relating or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. All right, spiritual, relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material things. Okay. And then it says the second meaning is a religion or a belief, which is a spiritual. That doesn't make sense. Because a lot of times people object when you be like, man, I'm spiritual, I'm not religion, I'm not religious. But in the meaning, the second meaning of spiritual, it says relating to a religion or a religious belief. So it's even hard to even say, yo, listen, I'm spiritual. Figure, what is spiritual, yo? What is spiritual? Because they still connect spiritual to religion. Now, let me see if I can look up to Merriam's definition. Merriam Webster, we can go to Cambridge Dictionary, we can go to various different word dictionaries for the definition of spiritual, but it just gets ridiculous. It says, all right, spiritual, of or relating to a person's spirit or relating to religion or religious beliefs, having similar values and ideas. This is not me. You say, man, I'm not religious. Well, you're spiritual, I'm spiritual. A lot of people say they're spiritual, they're not, whatever, and they're really religious. But It's going to be a time and date where religion is going to be out the doors. Not going to be no more religion. It's no more religion anyway. It's working its way out. So serious. Even with the natural sciences that people are practicing or whatever, it still is room for the psychic phenomenon. And I'm telling you, religion is on its way out the door. It's so on its way out the door. Let me see. I want to see if I find other meanings of the word spiritual. Uh, origin of the word spirituality context goes back to Christian theology. Spiritual definition of spiritual by Free Dictionary. Spiritual concern with the sacred matters or religion or the church. Religious text. Member of a religious order. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What is the meaning of religion? What is the meaning of religion? Okay. So I guess this is the meaning of religion. You'll put the religion in the comment section. Look, religion, a belief, the belief in the worship of a superhuman controlling power. Wow, superhuman controlling power. It has to be related to human though. That's why they making God in their image and related is human. See that? Controlling power sounds familiar, right? Especially a personal god or gods. Religion, the second one, a particular system of faith or worship. I kind of can bang with this one. All right, but then the third one it says the pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance. Wow, religion. You know what I think personally? I think the meanings that are in, like when I Google these meanings for spiritual and stuff like that, and then religion, I think the meaning is saying something, but the people are practicing a whole nother thing, yo. That's what I really think when it comes to the spiritual and religion. Am I spiritual or religious? That's the question. I don't know. All right, but yeah, let me finish elaborating on this date. But that just went off on a tangent. I just went off on a tangent, kind of talking about that stuff. But it was just crazy to just to see what they had to say about it. All right, but today's the day of rhythm, and that's what it's all about: connecting with the rhythm of life. All right, and then you got. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, today's the 24th. So today's the 24th. Triangle. So the 24th. I'll put that in the comments. Thank you, everybody in the YouTube. Thank you, everybody in the Facebook. I appreciate y'all. All right. So the 24, the number 24 represents unknown potentiality. Let me put this in the comment section. I can put it in there. But essentially, it represents the unknown. It's the X. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet. All right. So X, which is 24 times 24 equals 576 square. All right. So, all right. Unknown potential, the philosopher's stone, carved by the purpose of one's calling or calling. All right. The potential, look, unknown potential. That's what X stands for. Like when somebody puts X on the back of their name, it stands for unknown potential. All right. The philosopher's stone, carved by the purpose or calling of an individual. All right. We all have purpose. We all have a calling, essentially. But the X X marks the spot. It's your unknown potential. That's what the X is, your unknown potential. All right. Um, and then we had the last number, which is the 15, which represents the necklace. All right, number 15, or we also call it the surgeon. I mean, my fault. We call it the necklace. We don't call it the surgeon. My fault. It's 15, which is called the necklace. Let me put this in here. And it represents the letter O, which is overstanding. And that is 15 times 15 is 225. All right. And that's supreme grandmother and grandmother mathematics. The number 15 is, all right. So when y'all dealing with today, y'all deal with overstanding. So overstanding is as above, the completion of information studied, and then the implementation within the realm of its necessity. That's when you overstand something. Yeah. You like, man, what am I going to do with this knowledge? Yeah, knowledge is cool. They say knowledge is power. No, knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is not really power because you got knowledge, but what you going to do with it now? So overstanding is as above, the completion of information study, and then the implementation within the realm of its necessity. All right, that's overstanding right there. All right, and then we can move more forward and bust that down. All right, but yeah, that's what you connect up with. You connect up with the 13, you connect up with the 24, and then you connect up with the 15. You deal with your overstanding, implementing things that you know. Let's say you know how to do a little something something. Focus on implementing that today. Whatever you know, you can know a little bit of craft of how to sew or how to sew. Implement that in your life today and make that be worthwhile to transcend thought. You know what I'm saying? We deal with the number 24, which deals with your unknown potential. All right. Each one of us have a undiluted, concentrated potential within us. So that's literally find yourself within that. And then the 13 dealt with mastery, mastering one's own stance on life. And that's what you have to do one step at a time. All right. But I love y'all. I really appreciate everyone's time for coming in. I didn't mean to bore y'all or whatever like that. But I just been sharing the lessons. I've been sharing the lessons on how I utilize the lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like when I wake up in the morning, I think about, I give reference to the universe, not a superhuman power. I give reference to the universe, but or the power of the force. I don't even want to call it the universe. I don't want to call it by name. I just want to call it by choice and just keep it real. But it's really the number one, what I call upon, essentially, which is oneness. All right, which is the number. All right, but when I look at the mathematics and then today's date in the codex, I just anchor reality through it. I anchor the way I express reality or the way I connect up with reality through it. Didn't I say this? I said, man, if we lead in and we moving towards the direction of a situation, somebody got to have the navigation chart and somebody must have the must be driving the force, must be driving the car. But somebody needs the map. Somebody needs to direct us where to go. All right. So I appreciate everybody's time. I want to say 747 24/7, 361 degrees. Shout out to my 1221. I love you. You love me. Me as we, of course. All right. Stick around for the crown. Make sure y'all email me. Link up with the movement. We definitely got much going on. We're going to be doing the anointment ceremony pretty soon. All right. The anointment ceremony is going to be held sometime in a couple months. We're going to do the anointment ceremony. All right. So I'll let y'all know when that's going to happen. But we're for all the messiahs, we're actually going to do anointment for each and every one of y'all. All right. So I appreciate everybody in the Facebook. I appreciate everybody in the YouTube watching. This definitely was a great discussion. All right. Make sure y'all link up with me. Email the Messiah Code Movement if you can. I definitely appreciate it. That's the email, the Messiah Code 131 at gmail.com. All right. So shout out to the family 747 24/7 361 degrees. Thank you, Sister Conafir, for sticking around. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate everybody in the Facebook as well for joining the discussion. And this is a way that we adapt and utilize this, man. This is a culture, man. This is a way of life. This is not something that you have to search under rocks or, you know, pull up under this and pull up under that. It's you the rocks that you search and you breaking under you is within. What you digging up is within inside you. Just keeping it real. Those are the artifacts that you digging up. You're going to be the gods that they worship, that they recognize, not only 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and more plus years from now. Just know that. You're great. All right. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Boom. You already know. Salutations to the primes. Stay close to home.